Alright guys, before we go into today's video, we have a sponsor and it is going to be Manscaped. Now, 'tis the season for me to be scaped like a man. I am Manscaped, and this is the newest lawnmower, which you can see it has an amazing light. So when you are shaving yourself, you can just see so perfectly. It's nick-free, it's water-resistant, and it really helps not like nick yourself, which happens quite a lot with general razors or shavers like this. I've also been using this quite a lot. This is the Crop Preserver. This is like anti-chafing ball deodorant. I don't use it because my balls smell. I use it because I'm on the bike all the time, and actually the anti-chafe on this really helps, and it generates some heat. So give me a break, all right? Maybe it is because of that. But guys, check them out. Use the code on screen. Use the link below, and let's get into today's video. This year is about pursuing something great. This year is about the dream that I've had for as long as I can remember. This year is not about showing up. It's about making a statement. Trust me when I say this. The time is now. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope everyone is well. I'm absolutely great. Thank you for asking. I'm actually not that great. Neither's Joe. Neither are both of us. We're in the suck. We're in that part of prep where it's like, whoa, this is quite hard. We've got quite a while left. And this video is going to be all about how actually like this season is working out a little bit harder than last season. I'm already doing a little bit more. Food's a little bit different. We'll talk about the food, we'll talk about the cardio and whatnot, but I'm already doing a little bit more. I'm pushing a little bit harder. And we'll just talk a little bit about how I'm feeling, the differences, and how we're going to get through it. But we're going to do this over a few days. So without further ado, let me get warmed up. So the first thing, cardio. I am battering the cardio at the moment, 50 minutes a day. Last year, I got up to 45 minutes in total. I used to do 30 minutes in the morning, 15 in the afternoon, and now do 30 in the morning, 20 in the afternoon now. There's no other reason for it other than we needed more output. We needed to create more of a deficit, and in doing so, that's what cardio came from. You know, there's no way that you can take the blueprint from one year and address it to next year. Metabolism is adaptive, muscle mass, body fat, both of those things will massively affect where your metabolism goes. How much body fat you've got to lose can be hidden by how much muscle mass you have. I was 125 kilos, right? I've already lost 14 kilos and I'm still not shredded. Now, I'm pretty lean now. I'd say I'm pretty lean now, but I'm still nowhere near shredded. I've probably still got 6, 7, 8, 9 kilos left to go. So that amount of weight that I had to take off, I don't think it's going to be effective with muscle mass. I'm obviously using anabolics. I don't think it's going to be effective with the final look, but that is a big reason why potentially we've had to push a little bit harder. But the cardio, 50 minutes, I'm feeling that it's hard to stay motivated for that long, twice a day. Difficult, but it's part of it. Briefly, just to bring this to mind, this is our big boy, or the big girl, or the big however they wish to be identified. This is the big hip pad. Finally, someone has made a hip pad that actually reduces the pressure of someone lifting above 200 kilos. Who made it? One of them. I did. We made it. It's coming soon. We've got some of these units coming very soon. They're super thick, they are super comfy, and we're about to stick 5 plates on here with ease, with comfort. So look out for it soon. Oh my fucking glutes, mate. That was weird. I couldn't bring my leg up. So another hard thing that's been a little bit harder this time is I started with fake gear. That's pretty annoying. I think, especially as I'm another year further, so another year of exposure of androgens, my tolerance to androgens is going to be, you know, obviously more than what it was last year, and so I would obviously like the full amount of gear that I'm using. So when I started running this cycle, I was on 300 chest, 600 mast, 100 tren. The mast just wasn't doing it for me, either half dose or under or no dose or something, because I just didn't have the feeling that I have now. We got 4 weeks in before I realized, because you normally give it 4 or 5 weeks for the plasma levels to peak, and I thought, right, let me see what's going on here. We got a blood test done, realized the mass wasn't doing anything. Swap for Primo. It's been 2 weeks on the Primo, or 3 weeks on the Primo now, and I feel like I'm on fucking steroids. So that was a bit of a hiccup. So I dieted for like 4 or 5 weeks without the full amount. Still very super physiological, so nothing to worry about, but I was a little bit hard to start off with, but we're good now. We've got the double band on here. The double band is going to make it super heavy when the quads are nice and strong. Also, it lets us put less weight on. Otherwise, like at the top of these bands, when they're doubled over, they must be, I don't know, 40-50 kilos or something. So it just saves us putting on like another 10 plates. We can just double these bands over, and then we're good to go. Okay, 8, yeah? Are you going to do 8? I'll see what it feels like.
Come on then.
Alright guys, so that's the workout done. It was an absolutely brutal one today. I think Joe's having a much harder time than me today, so it's up to me to just try to, you know, do my best to help him get through it, because ultimately we have fucking shit days on this, and when you're pushing your body to the absolute extreme, that's what happens. But we're gonna wrap that workout out here. We'll either see you post-workout or a little later. We are a couple days, ooh, that's that moisturizer. We are a couple days later since the last time we dropped in. I think one of the next hardest things is being so busy. Like, I think, oh shit, I need to pick up the camera. It's one of those things at the moment where I just have to prioritize certain things, because obviously I've got to keep businesses running, which I never have had to deal with before while doing YouTube, which makes it a little bit more difficult, which is why going down to these 2 videos a week is going to be much more helpful. I can film multiple times over the week. And get into it. So actually, like a big reason why this prep's a little bit harder as well is just because of the amount I've got on. There's definitely a lot that has changed about this prep. While it is like maybe physically more challenging, there are many things that I feel have changed for the positive, and I'm going to talk a little bit about those as we go. Look at my horrible hairline, guys. Send me to Turkey. I have to like put my hair forward or wear a hat. I need a haircut to sort that out. We are going to some type of adventure thing on prep, yeah, I know. See how my patient goes. So we've been accidentally put into the hardest one, and now we're gonna get absolutely smoked. How do I touch it? 0.
Oh, there are instructions,
So we actually ended up coming 8th out of 45. That's not bad. For 2 of us, that's not bad. It was pretty fun actually. Like they said it was going to be really hard. It actually wasn't too difficult at all. Well, I say that, you just didn't have to be like super smart, which is good because we're not super smart. Yeah. So that's our first date night on prep, date day. This is part of the things that I changed. This is part of the things that I talked about. So we'll probably head back home and get some food, maybe a Nando's, we'll see, and then I'll tell you why. And I finally have a little bit of time here to say what's different, honestly, and I think that's really important for me to say this. And I was the guy who was all in. I was the guy who was, I'm going to leave everything on the line, and whatever gets in the way of my goal from A to Z is going to get thrown out the way. And that's just definitely not how it should have been. And my almost pig-headedness in that succumbed my life, and I became very like intolerant of things. My patience is really thin. Don't get me wrong, when you're on prep and you're pushing your body to the absolute maximum, you're doing all the cardio, you're doing all the steps, you're eating hardly any food, and you're extremely low body fat, and you're taking drugs, you're going to have an effect on your patience, on your anger, on your you know, your feelings. And I vividly remember having feelings of just being just looked like my head was gone, and I just like, you know, would just really struggle to get back into a sound mental state for a day or so. And I've been taking over the last 6 or 7 months. I've been having therapy. Not really spoke about on the channel ever. Not really spoke about it publicly. I spoke about it publicly on Instagram the other day. But it's something that I've been doing for myself for the last 7 months. And honestly, it's been pretty transformative. It took me a long time to even realise I was doing anything. Nearly quit 2 times. Did it for 3 months and I was like, I'm not even getting anything out of it. And then here we are, kind of month 7. And now I understand how it works. I understand what I'm supposed to be thinking about. And now I just find myself catching myself in those moments because I've had the conversations about it. I've had an unbiased conversation about the reasons why I react to words certain ways and how I've developed things from X, Y, and Z. Just putting a bit of perspective on it and putting a bit of reason to it and rationalization has been absolutely transformative for my bodybuilding career. Like, we went out tonight, we chilled. I never would have done that before. I would have gone, no, what if I get too many steps? I'm like, you know what, this time it doesn't matter, let it relax. And that lack of stress, I think, has been massively helpful in just progress. I think stress is such a killer. So for me, it's been absolutely transformative to be able to be, I feel the way I described it was, I feel armed in mental warfare. That's how I feel. Because I've got techniques, I've got tactics, I've had conversations for the last 7 months about delving into. I'm not perfect. I still lose it. I still, get into a bad mood. I still feel shit, but I feel much more in control now, and that's something that I really want to take as a positive. So while physically prep is much harder, take off like 4 of those much harder. Mentally, it's I feel stronger, I feel better, I feel armed, I feel strong, I feel in a good place. So we'll probably leave that video there, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. We'll be back very soon. I'm playing Pokemon. I'm smoking a doobie Jew. Yes, I do smoke on prep. When I get munchies, I just eat my food. That's it. So guys, if you enjoyed it, drop a like, comment,